As I'm making this video, the Joshua Povetkin fight has not yet been formally announced. We're all expecting it to happen next, but at the very last minute, the Golovkin-Canelo rematch got made when we were expecting that not to happen. So is there still a chance that Joshua Wilder could happen next? I seriously doubt it. Seriously doubt it, but we'll see. Anyway, these are some quotes from Hearn. He said, "We sent the contract nearly 9 days ago. We're not even necessarily expecting a signed contract back. We just want your comments. If my fighter wanted to fight and we received the contract, I will be back with the comments within 24 hours. You're saying, why is it taking so long? Why is it taking days and weeks? And one of the things that Hearn mentioned in his IFL interview is that Shelly Finkel, Wilder's co-manager, would send emails at 11 p.m. US time. And so he would then go to the press and say, well, I emailed Eddie Hearn on this particular day. 11 p.m. US time on a Monday is actually the early hours of Tuesday morning in the UK because of the time difference. So Shelley will make out as though he replied the email or sent the email 24 hours earlier when he didn't. It was only a couple of hours and Eddie Hearn was asleep, right? So he's not going to answer the email at the very least until 8 a.m. or when he wakes up. So, Hearn was saying that this is kind of a sneaky tactic by Shelly Finkel. But anyway, regardless of all that, he's talking about Wilder's team taking too long. Nothing makes sense here at all. He said, we will be back with comments by Friday. Why do you need another 5 or 6 days? They know we're under pressure from the WBA and it feels like a big game, to be honest with you. It's very, very frustrating. And right now, it looks like Povetkin next. He's talking about the WBA and their ultimatum. They say, I think they have just said enough is enough. We need to know what you're doing. You're mandated to fight Alexander Povetkin, and I think Povetkin's people are getting extremely restless as well. They have been waiting, and to be fair to them, they have been patient, but Gilberto Mendoza has clearly decided enough is enough, and we've got to move. Joshua knows Povetkin is an extremely tough fight. Deontay Wilder is another fight that he wants badly. We can't do a lot more than we're doing. I think Anthony is frustrated that he feels people feel he might not want this fight. He wants the fight more than anything. So those are the words of fast car Eddie Hearn. I certainly believe him when he says that Anthony Joshua wants to fight more than anything. I certainly believe that, okay? I do believe Anthony Joshua wants to fight, and I do believe that Deontay Wilder wants to fight. I think the politics between the two camps, the managers, promoters, etc., are the reason the fight is not happening next. That's my personal gut instinct. I think the fighters want it. That's my view. So you can believe who you want to believe when it comes to promoters and managers and all that kind of stuff. But, I don't believe Deontay Wilder is a coward. I certainly don't believe Anthony Joshua is a coward. There's nothing in Joshua's history to suggest that he is. He's only ever shown bravery beyond his years. He's only ever shown ambition and self-belief beyond his experience level. So I've got no reason to suspect he's a coward. And even though Wilder has had a very, very padded record and he's been treated with kid gloves and moved very, very carefully and protected for many years in his career, that don't mean he's afraid. I don't think I don't necessarily mean he's a coward who don't want to fight. I just think his team saw him as very, very vulnerable for the majority of his career. And because they saw him as being so vulnerable, they moved him very carefully. That's my view. So anyway, let me know what you feel about this in the comments. And by the way, Joshua Povetkin is a fantastic fight. People are upset, and understandably upset, that it appears Joshua Wilder is not going to happen next. But let's not act like Joshua Povetkin is not a fantastic fight. It is. That's a great fight. That's a dangerous fight. And that's a fight where if Povetkin was to win, I wouldn't be shocked. Don't get it twisted. I think Joshua's going to win, but it's dangerous enough, to whereby I wouldn't be shocked if Povetkin pulled off the upset. It wouldn't be a massive upset to me if Povetkin beat Joshua. Anyway, let me know how you feel in the comment section below. It's happening. I'm out.